In today's video, I will be talking about what to do if you are feeling professionally and frankly, personally lost. Are you a stressed out high achiever ready to thrive, not just survive? You're in the right place. I'm Dr. Amna Shabbir, a physician, master certified coach, and wellness advocate. On this channel, I share practical strategies and inspiring stories to help you create real, lasting change. Whether you want to lead with confidence, find balance, or optimize your life, you're in the right place. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Carl Jung. Welcome to another video. This quote is one of my all-time favorite. When we're feeling lost, when we are not sure of how we landed where we are, or maybe we are sure how we landed where we are professionally, but we're really not sure where to go from here because we don't feel fulfilled and we're not really sure of why we're doing what we're doing anymore. And it sounds very meta when I talk about it like this. This is where the concept that you want to learn and recognize is your why. And this is a term you might have heard here and there, potentially from coaches like myself. What really is it? And why do we talk about it so much? Why is it so important to recognize your why? Because here's what happens. When you don't feel good where you are and you feel lost, as a high achiever, that is taking a toll on you, because as a high achiever, you want to succeed at all costs. And feeling lost is not a great feeling. So the mistake that potentially people make is they go from point A to point B, from feeling lost and not recognizing why they're doing what they're doing, to this is the life I want, this is the schedule I want to create. They just jump between businesses, between jobs, whatever it looks like for you. So if you make that switch, if you transition without recognizing why you're doing that in the first place, and what is it that truly your heart wants to do, that's going to be a problem, because you're going to get to point B and recognize, this is not what I wanted. I've had many of my clients that I have worked through that journey, deep work, breaking everything down. And I'm going to bring some of that summarized work for you today to help you start thinking in a very specific way. So first of all, the first thing is, if people around you don't feel that you're lost, that's okay. That's a feeling that you can potentially be having very privately, very inside your body and inside your mind. That is how I was feeling when I was feeling lost, when I was feeling overwhelmed. That is okay to recognize that other people might feel that you have it all together, but you don't feel that way. It's really important that we validate that. You might appear accomplished, you might appear settled, your house is great, you are, fulfilling all the roles, but you don't feel fulfilled. You are fulfilling the roles, but you don't feel fulfilled. So then you carry this weight, this outside persona, this perception of being validated by your peers, by society, by your mentors, and then you carry them like an anchor. And these are things at work, these are things people might look at you at home as, and you ruminate. And you internally feel lost, and then you start having all these not nice thoughts, negative thoughts that are then pulling you down. And what it ends up doing is creating this very low-leveled energy where you're just going about your day, and it's not a very optimized day that you're experiencing. So that's why it's very important to create clarity, to pause. You'll hear me use the word pause quite a bit on all my episodes. But it's so important to press that button of pause and to actually get intentional and create clarity. Some of you might be saying, Amna, I think that this sounds like a lot of work and it sounds very vague. I'm not sure if I want to do this work. I have a statistic to offer you. One of the time management books that I really like is called 4,000 Weeks Time Management for Mortals by Oliver Burkeman. Now, this book really takes into account our mortality and the finite time that we have on this planet. So that's what you get, 4,000 weeks. And the human lifespan, as he says, is terrifyingly, absurdly short. So in that 4,000 weeks, your average lifespan as an American, do you want to spend that time feeling lost and confused and not fulfilled? I would argue no. And that's why you're watching this video, because you want to do something about it. And that's why there are two kinds of buckets you might fall in at this time in your journey of not feeling very clear, fulfilled, all of those. One is you are just going by your day, this low grade feeling of not enoughness and lack of joy, and you just, you go by your day, you do all the tasks, you fulfill all your responsibilities, but you don't feel fulfilled. And then next day you wake up, you don't have that energy still, all of these things are weighing you down, and then you just keep on going and you take on the next thing and the next thing. If you fall in this bucket, my one request to you is to wake up. Just wake up, please. You have to recognize that this is a precious life that you have. You matter to so many people around you. And to just go in a state where you're just like in this chronic, suboptimal energy, that's not the best thing. So if you find yourself in that space, please wake up. Increase that awareness for yourself. Now, if you're in the other bucket, in which I usually found myself in this bucket, where I was very aware of the things that weren't working. I was very aware of the things that were giving me angst, and I was feeling very lost. And I wanted to take action. I just wanted to go, go, go. I just wanted to create. I wanted to change. I wanted to pivot. Pause as well. Before you jump, you want to know. You want to know why you're jumping and where you're going. And I love action taking. I am extremely a big fan of action taking, because action taking itself tends to clarify a lot of things. But that's very different than just blindly jumping. And this is where your why comes in. Why are you feeling the way you're feeling where you're at? And what is your life's bigger why that you want to work towards? For example, living a healthy, fulfilled life in which you're present with your family and contributing to your community and have a very successful business or work career. That might be a really big why. And digging deeper into why that is important to you. Why is spending time important to you? That is the work that absolutely you should do. And you don't have to map out every year of your life. That can become very overwhelming, but recognizing the elements that you want to create for yourself in the next 3 to 5 years, starting from 1 to 3, 5. But don't just jump. So if you're in that second bucket where you're just like, I just want to leave here, I want to run there, recognize, are you running away? Are you running towards? Why are you doing this? And why will you continue doing that? Another element and aspect of the why that's really important is when we set goals for ourselves and we are unable to achieve those goals, often it's because our why is not clear enough. I'll give you an example for exercise. I know most people can relate to this. I went through a personal journey of wellness in which I really wanted to optimize my life, and I really wanted to be more healthy, more active. Exercise was a big problem that fell in that. I was never an exerciser. How could I start identifying with this new identity? So here's what I needed to do. I needed to get really clear on my whys. And the whys could vary. They could be deep and they could be superficial. So when I didn't want to go to the gym and I didn't want to see my trainer and I didn't want to do the workout, those whys really helped me move towards my goal and take action regardless. One of my whys was I want to be more mobile. I was having a lot of health issues and I want to be there when my children grow up. So that was a deeper, more profound why, which helped me at certain times. And at other times, honestly, I just wanted to look fit, and that's superficial why. And in all honesty, I don't talk about that much, but it mattered to me. So depending on the time and the situation, when you clarify your whys, can look at them and they can help anchor you into that decision that you're taking. For example, if you want to leave your job, one of your whys can be that you want to have a more flexible work life. You want to create something. You want to build a business. But there are going to be days you are not wanting to do that. You're going to want to crawl back into bed. You're going to want to not make those phone calls, reach out to those people, network, work on your website or whatever it is, or delegate, anything. What do you tell yourself on those days? Why? Why did I want to do this in the first place? I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to share my flavor of work in the world. I wanted a better balance for my life, and that's why I'm doing this. So it's really important to kind of lean in and anchor into your whys. I'm going to open my journal and now read one of my all-time favorite quotes for you, because you should not shun the responsibility of your why and creating your why. So I want to end on this amazing quote. The best day of your life is the one on which you decide your life is your own. No apologies or excuses, no one to lean on, rely on, or blame. The gift is yours. It's an amazing journey, and you alone are responsible for the quality of it. This is the day your life really begins. So go ahead and get that work in for your why. You might believe you don't have the time or energy to focus on yourself, but this is exactly the right time to get serious about your well-being. You don't have to do it all alone. I'm here to help. If you enjoyed this video and are ready to take the next step, head over to dramnashabir.com, where you'll find free resources you can access right away. The website link is below. Let's get started on your path to thriving.